So we are here. Everyone's getting set up. Right behind me is the Stern Marco Fun booth. Everything's looking pretty good. They've got a lot of games set out and starting to get everything assembled. Everything's going fairly smoothly. They're running a little late on the power for the show floor, but that I hear that's coming right now. And yeah, we're over here at Jersey Jack. We got Toy Story. Hey, here's Paul. He is one of the original founders of the Texas PPF Festival. So, hey, you mind talking for a second? Okay, cool. So, being one of the founders, what has kind of pushed you to keep this thing alive throughout the years? And, what kind of what benefit do you get personally out of this, every year? What keeps you going?
Yeah, well, I'll start with the benefit. I mean, there's a lot of benefits just seeing all the people that I've come to love over the years. Okay, that's kind of the first thing. The other thing is maybe make a little money and buy a topper or something like that, real extravagant. So, we try to do that. But, to go back to why we started it, there were, 9 or 10 of us together. We met at some swap meets and went, oh my God, pinball is going away. It doesn't exist anymore. What are we going to do? And so we each took a couple of our games, put them together at a hotel, put my house at risk, okay, to get a hotel contract, and then go, oh my God, we survived it. Let's do another one. So, and that's how we got stuck doing this. So it's great. All the wonderful local support we get is, and support really from all over, and people that come from all over the world to the show.
Yeah, and I was at the very first official one and been coming ever since. And this is all about, the collectors make this happen because they bring their games. And now we've got, it's grown so much to where we've got the pinball manufacturers here bringing their new games. And it's also become a hotbed for, what's the latest tech coming out in pinball and also what's the latest game. So there was 2 games just announced last week, and they're going to be debuted here at the show. So it's super exciting time. So I have another question. How's the pinball community changed over the years, and where do you see its future?
Well, back when we started the show, pretty much everybody that played pinball looked like me, okay? And now if you look around the room, the demographics, and we track this, has changed quite a bit. At that first show, we had, I think, 2 women. I think your wife was one of them. And now, the women and kids make up, almost half the people that come to the game, come to the show. So, that's the thing that's changed. The other thing that we're seeing, and this started about 2 years ago, is a much younger crowd. A big bump in the 20-somethings, and they may not buy a machine the first time they come to the show, but they're here to play games, they enjoy it, and they come back.
Well, very cool. Well, hey, I'll let you get back to setting up and, keeping the show going smoothly during these kind of critical hours before the actual show day tomorrow. So let's keep looking around. This machine is pretty sweet. So what they do at TPF here, they put like the really ultra restored one-off, just sweet cherry games at the front of the entrance here, actually the side entrance here. So when you walk in the side entrance, you see these sweet machines. There's going to be probably a few more behind these 2. But next to Bride of Pinbot, which is this is the predecessor to that, Pinbot. And this one is amazingly restored, powder coated. I mean, the playfield is gorgeous. It's got a lot of really cool mods as far as like new LEDs and I'm sure upgraded speakers. So actually the guy who did it is right here. And what is your name, sir?
Rick Ward.
So talk us through this game a little bit.
Pinbot was my first game I ever had when I was very first started in pinball about 10 years ago. And it's always had a special place in my heart. So this is my own personal game. I got it in a trade, actually. It was a basket case. Cabinet was completely trashed. Playfield was actually a hardtop, and the original playfield was gone. So I took it completely apart and completely restored it. It's got a brand new cabinet. We actually used the old cabinet for this as a sample. And so the cabinet maker that we use, who's up in Oklahoma, he actually made 3 or 4 different System 11 cabinets for other people to use off of that. So the cabinet it died for a good reason. But we got a brand new cabinet for it. The decals on it are completely custom. I have a buddy of mine who does a lot of Photoshop work. So what we did was we got the original scan of the side artwork from the stencils. and we put that into Photoshop, and we basically upgraded it. I was going for sort of like, if Pinbot was made in 2020, what would it be looking like now? You know, kind of upgrading it. The playfield is CPR playfield. It's a brand new playfield. We have laser etched custom parts. We laser etched the Bride of Pinbot on the bagatelle, and also on the lift ramp, it's laser etched as well. It's got a CPR mirrored back glass. I redid all the speakers on it. It's got an entirely new sound system. Everything is powder coated, as you said, and it plays great. I don't know what else. What else I can afford? Oh, we have a custom apron magnet here. That was also done completely custom. I wanted something fun, so we decided, since it's a robot, we got this United States space robot we got here. You got your instructions over here on the display on the readout. So we just had a lot of fun with it, and this was a game, again, has a very special place in my heart, so I really wanted to give it all out. So
very cool. So let me ask you this. For people that want to do a restoration on a machine, maybe their first time, do you have any like tips, just quick little tips like that you've learned along the way?
I would say if you're going to do your first restoration, make sure, number one, that you pick a game you really love, because it's a long process. And if you pick a game that you're not really that passionate about, you can lose interest, and then the game never gets finished. The other thing I would say is pick a game, number one, that you're interested in, but number two, that's going to be worth it in the end. A lot of people end up spending a lot more money on a restoration that they're going to be able to get out of it in the end. I did this as a passion project. If you're doing it to, hey, I want to learn how to restore a game and I'm going to move it on, pick a title that's going to be worth it in the end. And then other than that, take a whole bunch of pictures.
My name's Brian Savage, and I never liked the Addams Family movie. So I said it should always be the TV show. So I took one and changed it into the TV version. So we modified the playfield. Besides making it black and white, I changed some of the art so the house is TV-centric, and then we reprinted the plastics with the TV characters on it. It's got a custom board, the pin sound board in with custom sound, flipper fidelity speakers, and then I found this really super fancy topper to go on it that is actually vintage.
Yeah.
1950s to go with it. So this is the TV version of the Addams Family.
Guys, got to check out this old school helicopter game. Actually, it might be a newer version. It's pretty sweet. While we're looking at this, so here's the inside of the cabinet here. Looks like we got a Arduino board, a custom board set here. Got some speakers underneath. So this is what the inside looks like. So this is a brand new game based off the old Whirlybird or Whirligig game from the, 50s, 60s. Really, really cool. Wow, super cool. Here he is putting the playfield in. Wow, that's super cool. We've got Brad Albright, who just did all the artwork for the new multimorphic portal machine. So he has some really cool art. He's been a long time exhibitor of the Texas Pinball Festival. There he is right there, getting everything all set up. Coming down here, we've got some more pinball machines ready to go. And the Stern booth is getting more set up. And our load-in area over here, people are loading in games. We have the Pinlights booth here. They're set up and ready to go. And then we've got some collector row of pinballs here. And then right here is going to be the Pin Sound booth. They're going to get here late tonight and start setting everything up. And then coming up the side here, we've got another row, which will be for collectors bringing their games. And then coming up to the main front entrance here is where Chicago Gaming Company is going to be. And they've getting their machines all set up, ready to go. And looks like some people are playing over here in the corner here. Got hangar pinball area right here. Looks like they'll be doing some tournament type stuff. And here's the Chicago gaming area. Got some Cactus Canyons and some Pulp Fictions and Medieval Madness. Then over here is the history of pinball. These are all pre-war pinball machines. Really cool. I got to play quite a few of these last year. And really cool. And we have more. These rows are going to be all filled with collectors bringing their games in. And then we have Spooky Pinball, and they've brought a crap ton of Evil Deads, which I'm really enjoying that game quite a bit. I played it a lot at Pinball at the beach, and way to go, Spooky. That was a great game. And coming around the center here, this is all going to be filled with pinball machines. So I imagine later tonight when a lot of people get off of work, they'll be bringing their games, getting them set up. We have another row of games here. More games down here. And then I'm trying to remember who's right here. Oh, I think this might be Multimorphic right here, possibly. And then we have some home game room knickknacks and whatnot getting set up right here. And going around the corner, this is going to be Kimball's Pinballs right here, displaying their mods. And then not sure who this is right here yet. And this is the Coin Taker booth. They've got the 25th anniversary Big Lebowski here, and the art package is amazing. I really like the look of that. And they brought a bunch of voodoo glass. And then over here, I believe, is Back Alley Creations booth. This is where they're normally set up. And we have Evolution Mods. They're getting their stuff set up right now. And rounding the corner here, this is the edge of the Marco Stern Fun booth. They're getting everything all set up. And then we got another vendor setting up here. And we've got some stuff going in here. Some classic pinballs. And then this is a new vendor. I haven't seen them before. Artwork by Rad. Got some cool pop art stuff. And not sure who's going in here. And here in the center is going to be Jersey Jack. They're getting everything all situated right now. Got a pretty good sized booth this year right across from Stern. And there's quite a few Dungeons and Dragons here. And this is an extension of the fun booth right here. So we're now kind of in the very middle of the convention center here. So this is the back side of the collector games. And then over here we've got Titan Pinball. They're getting all set up, and they brought some games down this row here. And then coming down here, I forget the name of this company, but they're usually here every year. They've got all sorts of really cool pinball parts and manuals and flyers and just some really cool things that you don't get. Oh, Mayfair Amusements, that's right. And they just have a lot of cool stuff that you can't really get anywhere else. And then right here, I'm not sure who's going to be here, but there's kind of a mishmash of stuff. So we'll see a little bit later and see what it is. Then coming around through this back corner here, we've got some more games. And then we have Nitro Pinball right here, and then Planetary Pinball. And then there's some, there's looks like going to be a part sales place in the back corner there. So rounding around here, we have Super Skill Shot shooters that are going to be going in right here. And I think Pin Sound's going to be on one of these rows right here. I mean, it's still It's like 6 o'clock, so we got a ways to go. And then over here is Bubba Flint. He's one of my favorite artists. I actually have bought quite a few pieces for my game room. I just love his art. So I actually already bought some things. One thing they're going to have here, and there's only one right now, is this is the homebrew area, and this whole area I believe is going to be homebrew machines. But this is one I've wanted to see. Really nice job. This is a Whirlwind remake. Very cool. I can't wait to play this thing when it's turned on and set up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. So stay tuned to the channel because tomorrow I will be uploading the full walkthrough of the show. Also, my next video, I'll be talking to all the mod makers, talking about the latest and greatest stuff. So until then, keep flipping.